Welcome back, guys. This is Tough Choice. I am your host, Kazeem. Rahman on the hot seat today. You know him. You love him. It's me. This is one of those unique episodes. So here's what happens. At the end of every episode, we say, if you have a tough choice question or a hire, fire, retire you want us to talk about, then email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. Well, we've been doing that for over 250 episodes. And let me tell you, you guys email at least 10 times a week, at least. So for 200 episodes, we have at least 400 emails with multiple would you rather questions in that. So we're going to start doing them. We're going to start, talking about the audience submissions. We have curators coming in on board. We have our producer here. He let us into behind the wall or whatever. So, today we're going to do a lot of relationship stuff. You guys have been talking. You guys really love sending me relationship would you rather. Some of them are weird. Some of them are very interesting, but we're just going to go through them. So, guys, you know how we do here. We don't really waste any time. Like, share, subscribe to this podcast. We are growing and we love it. Tough Choice at outlook.com. I'll say it again. Tough Choice at outlook.com. We are on all platforms. So you know how we do it here. We don't really waste any time. The game is Tough Choice. You must pick between the two choices. You must explain yourself. You get one pass, you get one pause. And at the end, of course, we have our final choice. We don't have a final choice today because we're just doing audience submissions. But let's see if I can scroll through some of the stuff that people were sending me from what the producer says. Can we have a final choice? All right, we can have a final choice. So let's start.
Let it begin. Let it begin.
All right. Would you rather always have to sing rather than speak to your partner, or dance everywhere you go together? What does it mean by dance everywhere we go together? If you guys don't put parameters in, I will make them up, and I will definitely make them easier for me. So, speak to your partner, you have to sing, or you have to dance everywhere you go. So anytime I'm with her, I have to just dance. If we're walking together, we got to dance. I don't like dancing. I also don't like singing. I'm that guy that can sing perfectly in the shower, but I know for a fact, as soon as I step out that shower, you're gonna want me to stop immediately. You know what I mean? So honestly, I'm not a dancer. So I think I would feel more weird dancing, right? Because if it's singing, I can always just do a light sing, right? I don't have to sing publicly. Dancing is for everybody. Singing is just for me and her. So I'm going to go with singing. This is easier than I thought it was going to be. Not going to lie. Would you rather have your partner always read your mind, or you always read their mind? That is hard. That is harder than you think, because the problem with that is I don't want them to read my mind. At the same time, I really don't want to read their mind, right? I don't know. Everyone's had dark thoughts. Everyone's had stupid thoughts in their brain that they've said, oh, what if this happens? And what if that happens? But you don't say it out loud. So who do I trust more? Do I trust other people more than I trust myself? And that's the main question of this. Do I trust myself, or do I trust my partner? Do I trust her? I'm going to trust her. I'm going to trust her. I don't want to read her mind. Wait, do I have the ability to read her mind? Yeah, well, we know the rules. We know how it works here. If it's a power, you have to use it. If it's a power, you can't just have the ability. You have to use it. So this is hard. I really don't want anyone reading my mind. I'm too dark. I'm a stand-up comedian. The dark thoughts that go through my head are too much sometimes, if we're being honest. So I'm going to read her mind. Whew, that was rough. That's going to suck, man. That's going to suck. You know what I mean? I'm going to be like brushing my teeth and I'm just going to, in the back of my head, I'm just going to hear her saying, man, he gained a lot of weight this week. Ooh, this week? Time out. Hold on. This week? It's rough. It's rough because, you know, women can be critical, but they won't say nothing. They won't say nothing out loud, but they'll be critical. All right. All right. You guys are bringing the heat today. Would you rather only be able to speak in movie quotes when talking to your partner or only communicate through interpretive dance? I don't watch movies like that, but also listen, if it's dance, I don't want to do it. I will try to not dance as much as possible. I barely wanted to dance in my wedding. Right? I was dancing and then it was like, all right, I'm going to give you guys 10, 15 minutes of these dance moves. And then I'm probably going to go sit my ass down somewhere, you know? So it's just one of those things. Would I rather though? I don't watch movies like that, so I don't know that many movie quotes. I would have to get a book of movie quotes. I'm not dancing because at least with the movie quotes, I'm saying words and you can kind of understand what I'm saying. I don't know how to do interpretive dance, right? Because I'm assuming if it's interpretive dance, you can't speak. You have to interpret what you're trying to say through dance moves. And that's even worse. So not only do I not want to dance, I definitely don't want to play a whole game of charades every time I need to ask her where the toilet paper is, you know? Would you rather be in a relationship with someone who insists on dressing like a pirate every day or someone who talks like a robot? When we say robot, I'm going to say like an R2D2. Like, oh, yeah, you can still like English, still English, but if it's like bleep, blop, blop, bleep, blop, 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 blop. Oh no, R2D2 is the one that's bleep, blop, blop, bleep, blop, 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 blop. All right. Which one is the one that doesn't sound like machines? The one that talks, right? Whichever the gold guy that talks, that guy, I'll have her sound like that. Dressing like a pirate, honestly, we live in Los Angeles. That's not even that bad. We've all seen worse, right? I've seen worse pirates, right? And I know if she's purposely dressing like a pirate, pretty sure she's going to go to like, you know, online, going to get some nice little pirate costumes. She's going to look cute. I'm perfectly fine. What kind of pirate? Like an old school pirate or like a Somali pirates? Because Somali pirates, they just got t-shirts on, bro. The only pirates that were like cool were like old school pirates with the swords and the mustaches, right? And the hats. I don't want my girl to have a mustache or anything like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like if it's a pirate, like a nowadays pirate that she's just wearing a t-shirt and jeans, then honestly, I'm fine with that as long as it's clean. I'm fine. I definitely don't want her to talk like a robot because wait, let me read that question again. Is she talking like a robot every time I'm with her or just talks like a robot? No, she just talks like a robot. No, I'm good. Dress like a pirate and talk regular. Would you rather be in a relationship where you have to use Star Trek references for all conversations or only be able to express affection through yodeling? If it's a Star Trek reference, that means that every time I talk, it has to be like, just like Captain Kirk did that thing with that monster. Or just like Yahara, or whatever the black girl's name is, the Zoe Saldana's character in the movies, Star Trek. Just like, you know, Lieutenant Yahara did that thing with Captain Kirk, right? And Spock. All right, I can figure that out. I can figure out the Star Trek reference. I can't express affection through yodeling. Usually, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like PDA like that. So I think I'll do the yodeling because if I'm gonna yodel, that's fine. I'm okay. Now that I'm really thinking about it, for 2 seconds, I didn't know what yodeling was. Okay. now that I'm really like thinking about it for like 2 seconds, I didn't know what yodeling was. So now I just jogged my memory. I'm not yodeling. Yodeling is loud. Yodeling is annoying, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to get every Star Trek book out there and I'm going to learn these references. Would you rather have a partner who randomly turns into a tree for a day every week, or a partner who starts clucking like a chicken when they get excited? I'm going to do the tree. I really don't want to do the tree, but I don't want a chicken clucking, because then I'm never going to want to get you excited about anything. But imagine this scenario. I am at home. I work from home. Once a week, I have peace. You know what I mean? Like once a week, she turns into a tree. What kind of tree we talking here? It doesn't say. It just says turns into a tree for one day every week. Yo, if it's an avocado tree, if it's an orange tree, that'd be dope. The problem with orange trees is that they attract mice and rats. So maybe not a orange tree, but avocado tree. We can do pears. We can do apples, right? We can do peaches. I'm gonna take the tree because it sounds like I can get more value out of the tree than if she's out here clucking like a chicken. She might as well be a tree. If she's gonna cluck like a chicken every time I say, hey, let's go out to dinner. If I want to surprise her with a dinner date and suddenly she starts clucking like a chicken, I have a problem with that. I'm going to have a problem with that. Would you rather your partner be obsessed with collecting rubber ducks, or believe they're a vampire but only feed on ketchup? Rubber ducks is not a weird thing. You just collect rubber ducks and that's fine. Collecting rubber ducks is perfectly fine. Now, if you think you're a vampire and your blood is ketchup, vampires don't eat anything, and you believe you're a vampire. It doesn't say that they're actually a vampire. It does not say in the question that they're actually a vampire. It says, or believe they're a vampire. So they're not actually a vampire. They're just a weirdo. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with some weirdo that wants ketchup all day, because then vampires will only eat blood. So vampires, since vampires only feed on blood, I'm getting ahead of myself. Since vampires only feed on blood, that means this vampire will only feed on ketchup. And you're telling me that should be an option? No. Collect the rubber duckies, right? We're going through a lot of these today. We already got through 7. Would you rather your partner constantly wears a superhero costume of your choice, or only communicates with you in emojis? Superhero costume of my choice. I get to choose the superhero, and you think that's a question? You think that's a question? You think that's a valid would you rather? You're telling me I get to choose the superhero. I'm going to choose Jessica Jones. She wears t-shirts and jeans. I'm going to choose maybe Rogue from the X-Men. She just wears maybe some leggings and a jacket, right? It's not, if I get to choose the superhero costume, I'm just going to choose the cool superheroes from when I want to feel jazzy that day. And then the regular superheroes for when I don't have time. Because sometimes you just don't have time. That was an easy one. That was the easiest one we've done so far. Would you rather have a partner who uses your toothbrush to clean the bathroom once a week? Oof. Or one who only eats garlic and refuses to brush their teeth? Damn. That's hard. That's hard. All right. Now that I'm thinking about it, took me a second. It's not hard at all. Eat the garlic, don't brush your teeth. Simply because of this, the first part of that question. You're using my toothbrush to clean the bathroom once a week. even if I know and I'm switching a toothbrush, eventually, we're not in a relationship anymore. Eventually, we're not partners. Eventually. And by eventually, I mean after the first time. Maybe the first time I'd be like, oh, are you crazy? Stop doing that. Haha, funny prank. The second time, nah, fam. The second time you're going to be using my toothbrush to clean the bathroom once a week. The bathroom, not the sink, not the toilet. We're talking about sink, toilet, shower, countertops, right? It's yeah, no thank you. No thank you. Eat this garlic and refuse to brush your teeth. We're not going to be in a relationship after a week. If I know that you're not brushing your teeth, that's insane. That's insane. And you eat garlic. That's insane. The sad part, the once a week bathroom thing and the eats garlic thing doesn't matter. I matter that you're using my toothbrush to clean the bathroom at all and that you're not brushing your teeth at all. I don't care the frequency. Right? So I will choose the garlic, but I don't want to, the relationship is done. The relationship is definitely done. Would you rather your partner transform into your ex every weekend or into your in-laws every Sunday? I don't know. It's only one day. No one wants, listen, this really depends on how you feel about your ex, if I'm being honest. And it doesn't say, listen to what the question says, because words matter. And I thank you guys for giving me questions that are a little harder. It does not say you and your ex are going to be together. It just says your partner turns into your ex every weekend. That's 2 days. Weekend, maybe that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or your in-laws every Sunday. I'll do the in-laws because 1, that's once a day. 2, I don't have a problem with my in-laws. I don't have a single problem with any of my in-laws. They love me. You know what I mean? So I don't have a problem. I'll do the in-law thing. I don't want, no one should want their partner to transform into their ex every weekend. Because 1, that's weekend implies Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 2, right? They're your ex for a reason. 3, especially if they broke up with you, it's just going to be more arguing and it's just going to be weird. It's really just going to be weird. There's no point in having your partner because then where's your partner? You have to wait. It's not like you can kick your ex out of your apartment because that's your partner. You literally have to wait 3 days for your partner to turn back from your ex. No, thank you. Would you rather go on a double date with a pair of clowns or a pair of mimes? The clowns talk, the mimes don't. Light work. Would you rather have your life together be narrated by Morgan Freeman or be a constant musical? This is implying that I'm talking about relationships still. So would you rather have your partner and yours life together narrated by Morgan Freeman or be a musical? Honestly, I don't know. I don't like either option. If I'm being 100% fair, I genuinely don't like either option. I don't want my life narrated by Morgan Freeman. I've seen Planet Earth. It hurts. It hurts every time like a duck gets swallowed by an alligator. I'm like, ooh. And then Morgan Freeman's like, not today, little duck. Not today. Whoa, time out. Why is it? Because if I hear the narration, I'm going to have a problem. If I hear the narration, I'm going to have a problem. Right? If it's like a fun, I don't think Morgan Freeman can be fun like that though. I think he's going to be grim. He's going to be fun on sometimes, but a lot of the times it's going to be grim. Right? What if I have a show? What if I bomb on a show? And then suddenly Morgan Freeman's like, he thought he'd be good today. Not today. Not today. That's I don't know, man. That's too much. That's too much for me. Would you rather go on a first date at a haunted house where your partner reveals a phobia of ghosts or at a zoo where they reveal they can communicate with animals. They can communicate with animals. Yeah, the zoo. I want to know what these gorillas are saying. Because I know they look at me. I don't know why I feel this. I just want to know what the gorillas are saying. When you make eye contact with a gorilla, it's very intimidating. I've made eye contact at the Houston Zoo and the San Diego Zoo. And each time I am just flabbergasted by the fact that they are looking at you and I don't know why, they're making that face where they're like telling you, you're a bitch and I can crush you if if these 4 pounds of glass weren't in between us. I would definitely crush you. And you're just like, ooh, that's rough. That's rough. I want to know what the gorillas are saying. I want to know what the lions are saying. I want to know everything. I want to know. The haunted house thing just sounds weird. It would be great. It would be better if you would have said that if it was a haunted house and she revealed that she can talk to spirits. And then, at a zoo where she reveals that she can talk to animals. If that was the question, then that would be a harder question. I don't want her talking to spirits though. Maybe that's just me. I don't want to know what they're thinking. I just want to know what animals in captivity are thinking, right? I don't need to know the dogs. If we're walking in the park, I don't need to know what the guy walking his dog. I don't need to know what the dog's thinking. I don't need to know. Whoa, hold on. Oh, it doesn't say you know what they're thinking. It just says you can communicate with them. So if you want to know what they're thinking, you have to tell her to talk to the gorilla. This is harder than I thought. Actually, no, because I don't care that she's scared of ghosts. If I'm going through the first option, if I'm going through the submitted question, I'm going to do the animals. If I'm going through the question that I made up to make this question better, I will definitely probably go through, do I want to do the ghost? I'm still going to do the animals. All right, guys, now it is time for our final choice. It is a hire, fire, retire. So our 3 choices are, let me see. This is marry, fuck, kill. Some people will do who submitted some marry, fuck, kills. All right, I found one. We have Beyonce, Forever and Always. We have Brie Larson, you know her from Captain Marvel. And we have Halle Berry. Now, guys, listen. Beyonce gets fired. She's lived her life. There's nothing, she needs to stop. Okay, she works too hard. There needs to be opportunities for other people, right? And if you fire Beyonce, a lot more musicians will get looked at because her fans need someone to gravitate to. So Beyonce gets fired. Who I think Halle Berry has had such a tremendous career. If she announced that she's retiring, I wouldn't be like, oh no, she had so much more. I wouldn't say she had so much more to give, and I wouldn't be like, thank God. I'd be like, that's fine. I accept your work. You have put in that work. You've given us some amazing performances. You're an Oscar winner. To the best of my knowledge, you're the only Black woman to win for a leading role, right? So I think respectfully, Halle Berry can retire. Brie Larson, Captain Marvel 2 is coming out, so we're gonna hire you. We're gonna hire you. I don't know what for, right? But we're gonna hire you. So we'll figure it out, right? You've been posting a lot of workout videos, so I think I'm gonna put you to work doing some manual labor. We'll fly you down to Florida, pick some strawberries, pick some oranges, help those guys out. You know what I mean? So we'll do what we can. Guys, that is our episode. This has been Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman. You can find me online at Kazeem Comedy. That's Kazeem Comedy. Like, share, subscribe to this podcast. We are growing and we love it. It's on all podcast platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, Apple Podcasts. We have it all. We have it everywhere. And If you have a tough choice question or a hire, fire, retire you want us to consider, email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. I've been Kazeem Rahman. You guys have been amazing. Bye.